2 weeks ago, you all watched a guy who is, or was, or is again, in charge of over 500 people that has 100 million in funding from the biggest names in Silicon Valley update you on what they were able to achieve in the last couple of months with some of the best brainpower existing on the planet. Now, I'm here to tell you what a lonely developer sitting at home in Vienna who has no funding and no employees but a wife who is
fully on board, 100%.
did in the same time frame. I have just released a new version of the Prompt Dress browser extension, and instead of telling you what is new in this version, I would like to take the opportunity and give you a complete feature rundown. First off are the dresses. Dresses are basically just a thin wrapper around your prompts, which allows me to add some extra functionality to them. You can tag them, search them, filter them, and most importantly, use them with a single click. There are two ways to create a dress, which is either to just paste or write your prompts in this form. The second way is to go browse the internet for prompts, select one that you like, and use your browser's context menu and save the selected text to prompt dress. Now, when you open the extension, you will see that the dress shows up here. To edit the dress, simply go to the options page like so, and there you can play with it all you like. With this particular dress, you can also see that these curly braces are interpreted as dynamic values, or as I call them in the context of the extension, corsages. Because you put corsages on the dress to make it pretty. Which means that you can give them default values. Also note that while you are editing the dress, there are real-time diagnostics in here to give you some guidance. To use your dress as a prompt, all you have to do is go to ChatGPT, open the extension, and use one of these buttons to paste the dress, either with its default values or with a chance to change the values for this particular occasion. Another thing you can do is you can bind dresses together with a shawl. A shawl is an ordered list of prompts that the extension will paste into ChatGPT sequentially. To show off how this works, I have written a prompt here that asks for an edgy tweet for a fictional satire cooking Twitter account about baguettes. I know that it will go easy at first, so I anticipate that it needs reinforcing on the edgy side. Maybe one more? And finally, I want it to choose the best one of the tweets and refine it for more punch. This is guaranteed to yield a more satisfying output than just a plain prompt. Now, since I don't want to do all of this work manually every time, I will save these prompts as dresses and bind them together with a shawl. Since the dresses in the shawl are now in the wrong order, I can just drag them around to fix that. Back over on ChatGPT, I can now repeat the whole process with a single button press. If we combine what we have learned so far, I can also change the dresses in my shawl to be applicable to any number of topics. Here I replace the words baguette and cooking with dynamic values, and here I do the same thing for the French. Heading back over, I can now use the shawl editing the dynamic values beforehand. The extension will guide me through filling out the dynamic values, and right now I want a tweet about Excel and finance. And then here I will fill out venture capital companies. And now again, I can just let it do its thing. Back here in my dresses overview, you can imagine how this will get cluttered very fast. So I want to point out the filters that you can use. You can filter via search query or via tag. You can also hide the dresses that are part of any shawl. This concludes the feature rundown as of version 0.2. If you like the project or are interested in prompt engineering in general, follow me on Medium, subscribe to my newsletter and this YouTube channel. And most important of all, download and use the browser extension. I would be thrilled if you gave it a go and let me know what you think. I'm currently preparing for the extension's release on Product Hunt, so it would be super helpful if you could drum up some fuzz around it. Because if this makes product of the day, I get this sweet badge for my website. I do realize that this video comes on the back heel of OpenAI's announcement of custom GPTs, which can potentially, actually quite likely, almost certainly makes this whole project somewhat obsolete.
Yikes.
Well, if you're curious about how I plan to remedy the situation, so am I, but I will let you know on my socials once I have figured it out.